Welcome to History of KIN 441. This class is 3 credits and today's topic is the hamstrings. The hamstring is a posterior lower leg muscle and it's used more than you think. If an injury occurs with the hamstring muscle, the tight hamstring can cause low back pain or a pulled hamstring in an athletic population. In our scholarly literature, it is stated that the term hamstring originated in 18th century England. Back then, butchers would display pig carcasses in their shop windows by hanging them from their long tendons at the back of the knee, as referring to the hamstring. The hamstring muscle has 3 separate heads of the biceps femoris head, the semitendinosus head, and the semimembranosus head. The first head of the hamstring muscle is the biceps femoris head. Its origin is on the ischial and the lateral lip of the linea aspera. The insertion is the head of the fibula. Head. Its origin is on the ischial and its insertion is on the posterior aspect of medial condyle of the tibia. The semitendinosus head, which has an origin on the ischial and an insertion on the proximal medial shaft of the tibia at the pes anserine tendon. All 3 heads of the hamstring muscle are innervated by the sciatic nerve. Sitting for long periods of time can irritate the nerve. Okay, have you been paying attention? It's time for a pop quiz. Which hamstring muscle crosses the knee joint? A. Biceps femoris, B. Semitendinosus, C. Semimembranosus, D. All of the above, E. Possibly one of them, F. None of the above. You guessed it, it's D, all of the above. First, we'll be palpating the biceps femoris head. Next, we'll be palpating the semimembranosus head. Lastly, we'll be palpating the semitendinosus head. To palpate the biceps femoris head, start by locating the ischial and lateral lip of the linea aspera and follow the muscle belly all the way down to the head of the fibula. Head, start by finding the ischial and follow the muscle belly all the way down to the posterior aspect of the medial condyle of the tibia. The semitendinosus head, you're going to start by locating the ischial and following the muscle belly all the way down to the proximal medial shaft of the tibia at the pes anserine tendon. The action of the biceps femoris head is to flex the knee, laterally rotate the flexed knee, extend the hip, assist to laterally rotate the hip, and tilt the pelvis posteriorly. The shared actions of the semitendinosus and semimembranosus heads are to flex the knee, medially rotate the flexed knee, extend the hip, assist to medially rotate the hip, and tilt the pelvis posteriorly. Mile 20, when the quadriceps muscles become fatigued, you can use the hamstring muscles to run. This can be seen in the muscle control formula by the action of flexion at the knee. The action would occur due to gravity would also be flexion at the knee. These motions are the same, so based on this type of contraction, it would be an eccentric contraction. Example of a conventional deadlift. This is an example of knee flexion and eccentric contraction of the hamstring muscles. To help us out, we're going to use the muscle control formula. The action that is occurring at the knee is knee flexion. The action that would occur due to gravity is also knee flexion. These motions are the same, so based on this type of contraction is eccentric. In the example of holding a door open for an activity of daily living, this is an example of an isometric hold of the hamstring muscle. To reference the muscle control formula, the action that is occurring at the knee joint is knee flexion. The action that would occur due to gravity would also be knee flexion. These motions are the same, so based on this, the type of contraction is eccentric. Relative to the knee, the anterior muscles are lengthening and the posterior muscles are shortening. In the example of an activity of daily living, such as reaching for a highly coveted textbook for KIN 441, we can use the muscle control formula to explain the action. The action that is occurring at the knee is knee flexion. The action that would occur at the knee due to gravity would also be knee flexion. These actions are the same. Hurry before it's too late. Don't forget to pick up your copy of Trail Guide to the Body for KIN 441. Prices are as low as $30.55. You can't pass the class without it.